We find ourselves this morning in Oriskany, New York. This is the site of the Oriskany battlefield, and on here is a replica of the Washington Monument, about 1/3 scale. Not really sure why it's here, but it is. And we find ourselves on the top of the mound where the two forces during the Battle of Oriskany regrouped. Of course, Herkimer regrouped right on top of this hill while being attacked by everyone else coming up through. A lot of his men running into the woods, being chased, of course, by the Mohawks. And this battle, special in the Revolutionary War, is noted as the bloodiest battle of the Revolutionary War. And the troops were marching down in that valley when they were attacked, of course. And then the battle went on hand to hand, and this is Iroquois against Iroquois. The story that I got, they sent the Indians in first to fight each other off before the rest of the militia started the battle behind them. Here's a picture of the Iroquois Confederacy of the Six Nations, including the Seneca, Cayuga, Onondaga, Tuscarora, Oneida, and of course the most beautiful of all, the Mohawk. That's me. And we find that the Oneidas and the Tuscaroras, they remained neutral through the whole thing. But the Mohawks and the Senecas, they sided with the British. The British promised them all of this land going all the way up into near the Hudson Bay. So I understand when they should win the war. And of course they showed a lot more support. Now the Oneidas and the Tuscaroras, they fought with the revolutionaries. And they were also made the same promises. And this was the bloodiest battle, as they sent the Iroquois warriors in to fight each other first, hand to hand. Now on the left we see Joseph Brant. Pardon the pronunciation, but it's roughly Thayendanegea, was a Mohawk captain who sided with the British during the Revolutionary War, with the promises that they'd get all kinds of land and treasures when it was done. On the right-hand side is Corn Planter. Gayenthawaga became the chief of the Seneca Nation of Indians at the age of 18. And there's a little bit better look at the monument and the top of that hill we were talking about. And here is a sketch of the ambush caught the militia completely by surprise. Many of the militiamen fled through the woods, pursued by the Mohawk warriors. And despite efforts to move him out of the harm's way, a wound to General Herkimer's leg attempts to direct the battle from a high point north of the ravine, and he died 10 days later of his wounds. Hope to visit Fort Stanwix this morning and have more to show you. Stay tuned.